Hello everyone and welcome to that channel. In this video we're going to look at how to create Gantt chart in Excel. Gantt chart is a concept that is frequently used in project management. It allows the project manager to track the progress of a project, especially the project is divided into smaller set of tasks or processes. Let's say at the moment I have a new project which is launching a new product in Northwest, and I have a set of tasks that this project is made up of. In order to create a Gantt chart, I need to have starting date of every task and how many days each task requires. At the moment, Excel does not support inserting Gantt chart directly from its chart features. We need to create that separately and we need to create that manually. I have all my tasks are presented in column B. I have the starting date in column C, and I have the days needed in column D. I need to know how long will it take to complete each task, or when is the completion date of each task. If you notice, this is not directly added as 15 plus starting date as 16th of Feb. It's giving me something else here. And this is what we will be using, a function called workday. Simply workdays calculate the days and the new date without taking into consideration the weekends, as the weekends are considered non-working days. And the workdays function, actually, what does it take? It takes our start date, okay, which is located in C, and the days needed, which is in D. And within this, it has an option as well if you want to include any holidays within this one. At the moment, we're not gonna consider the holiday option within our data set. Then I have populated all this function across all my completion dates. The adjusted length, this is a formula that we have used and simply is calculating the adjusted date between this completion date and the starting date. So completion date minus the starting date, and I have populated this function or this formula across the column F in order to calculate the adjusted length for all my tasks. I want to change here the date, the start date, to be numerical. Just the first step that we need to do is converting the date to numerical feature. So in this case, what we'll be looking at is formatting. So you can actually right click, format cells, change it to general, or you can press Ctrl+1 as a shortcut. So we have this as general. Now I can select my columns, so I'm gonna select the tasks. Make sure you press and hold the Control button while pressing start date, Control button, adjusted length, and we're going to head to insert, recommended chart. We're gonna choose all charts, then bar chart, and the ones that we'll be looking at is pretty much stacked bar. Okay, this is the one that we are going to use. We're going to say okay. Now let's move this one here, let's keep it there. Okay, so I have the stacked bar chart. The first thing you notice that actually my tasks are not organized according to my sheet over here. They have, let's say, reverse ordering. So what I need to do is I double click on the tasks. You will have format access, chart properties. You make sure that the access options is selected. You scroll down and you click categorize in reverse order. So categorize in reverse order is calculated, and then you can see all is calculated. Now my details looks like this. I need to have the dates instead of my numeric here. So we can go back here, we can select again, format cells, and change it back to date. Now the dates automatically appear at the top. Now I don't need a starting date because the starting date will be appearing at the top. So you select the blue lines. In this case, make sure you are selecting the blue lines or the blue bars. If you don't see this option here, you double click on the chart, it will appear. Make sure you go to the bucket, which is the fill and line. Make sure it's no fill, so you need to make sure it's all of them selected. So you say no fill, and then borders, no fills. You don't need any borders or any of that. Now my chart looks like getting much closer to the Gantt chart. What I need to make sure that my dates are actually stacked together. So if I select on this one, in terms of the filling, in terms of the data that I have over here of the dates, I want the starting date, the minimum starting date will be my first date of running the operation, so I can get rid of these gaps. Okay, I don't want all of these gaps to be happening here. So the minimum date in this case is 1st of Jan 2024. Press enter. The maximum, which is the last day, is 25th of Jan of June actually 2024. I press enter. Now as you see, it automatically changes. Now I got rid of all the gaps between my processes. Now the dates, they don't seems to be fitting into the layout. I can increase the width of my chart, or actually I can change the orientation of my day. So make sure you check the dates in the top horizontal values, go to the home tab and change the annotation to clockwise. Now my days look like this. One of the major concepts in project management as well is that the project manager want to keep a track of the progress of task. It could be bi-weekly, let's say every 2 weeks, or every week actually you want to see the progress of the task. So what we can do is, one, selecting the minimum and the maximum, instead of having a measure of 20 days progress, we want a progress of 7 days. So in this case, every week we are seeing the progress of our data set. In this case, we are looking at the progress of the data set. We can change if this is now stacked. I can remove the legend that doesn't add any value. Okay. And I can change the chart title to be new product. I can copy this, I can cut, add a new sheet, say paste. Now I have a separate sheet for my Gantt chart that includes my dates, with starting looking at the different tasks that I have within my Gantt chart. Keep in mind that if you don't want to have many units breaking of the dates here, you can always select and change the axis options in terms of major. I put here 7 days, probably you want to consider 10 days as well, so to reduce the number of days that's happening here. This is mainly how we can create a Gantt chart in Excel. In simple terms, there are many options that you can use in creating Gantt chart. This is one of them. This is Tech Skills channel.